I have spoken to a lot of people who, when they started dating again, they met people who were like, you have to take all that shit down. And like, good to know. Bye-bye. First and foremost, anybody who asks you to erase your relationships, that is a hard pass. It's a great sorting metric, right? Hard pass. There's a big range there between deciding to dip your toes into the dating pool and, oh crap, somebody's going to show up at my house and wonder if there's any room for them in my life. I think what you can do first is remember that all of this is an experiment. You have never had to do any of this before. Even before Matt died, I liked the idea of going into any potential new relationship, friendship, or romantic as an experiment because it made me feel braver. It's easier in some ways to be brave and direct in a brand new person that you're meeting because honestly, there's no fallout. A new potentiality is a blank slate. So in a way, you get to try out relational styles, communication styles, disclosure in ways that might feel a little bit harder with people with whom you already have a relationship, right? There's that line from Don Quixote, don't ever let people know you too much, they won't let you change. Meeting new people allows you to be the person you are becoming, but you're not quite sure about yet. So one, remember that it's all an experiment and you can be as brave and direct as you'd like in these things. Two, it's going to be an experiment anyway to figure out how much you want to disclose right from the beginning, right? Some people will put widowed right in their dating profile. Pros and cons of doing that. I personally, and remembering that I'm 13 years out now, I don't disclose my widow status until I feel like somebody is a decent human being to whom I would like to talk. That's true for any relationship. We're talking romantic, friends, colleagues, neighbors, anybody. So you get to choose how much and how quickly you disclose. Those two things being said, what you just shared, I think, is a wonderful conversation starter. If you are dating somebody or if you are getting to know somebody, you can say things like, I've been really hesitant to even start considering dating again. There's a big part of me that really wants to, and I'm really enjoying your company. And there's a part of me that wonders how welcome my different relationship with my partner lands for you, feels for you. What's that experience like for you? Right? You can start having those conversations before you bring a person over to your house. You can say, my wife is a very big presence in my home. She's a very big presence in my life, and that's not going to change. I was doing an interview yesterday, actually, and the person asked me how I feel about dating after death. And I was like, once your partner dies, every relationship is a polyamorous relationship. You want to find the people that are okay with that aren't threatened by a dead spouse or your love for them, right? Like our hearts expand to include additional loves, not replacement loves, additional loves. So if and when you meet somebody who is interesting and kind and somebody you might like to explore spending more time with, you can have that conversation. My wife is a very big presence in my house, and looking at it from a new person's perspective, I can see what that might feel like and look like. Like we have our vows on the wall, and I feel like there's space in my life and my heart for more, but I wonder how that's feeling for you before we get there and you see this. I think that's a really rad conversation and sets a relationship up on really solid footing where you feel like you can talk about anything.